Welcome everybody, this is Zero to Hero Golf. My name is Jerry. Today we're going to talk about what I did at the range, and there were two things I worked on today. One was arm structure at the top of the backswing, and the other one was breaking the speed barrier in my swing. Now I don't always go to the range to break speed barriers, but today I focused on that. So we're going to look at first arm structure. So on the left is the real swing. This is from today's session. And on the right is the practice swing. Now, on the real swing on the left, you'll notice that my lead arm is bent. My trail elbow is kind of low. And look where my hands are. My hands are about maybe right around where my ear is. Now, let's look at the picture on the right. That's the practice swing. What a big difference, right? My lead arm is almost perfectly straight. The trail elbow is much higher. Okay? So I know some of you out there struggle with this as much as I do. Okay, I'm going to talk about how you fix this problem and how I'm working on it and implementing this change into my swing. Before we go any further, everybody, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and click that bell notification so you can get all the videos as I put them out. And I really appreciate if you click that little thumbs up because it helps the YouTube channel. Okay, so for those of you out there that want to know what I'm working on, and some of you will probably struggle with this just as much as I am with that lead arm being bent and your arms not being high enough in the backswing, it's all about the trail arm. Okay, look at the picture on the right that says practice swing. The arm furthest from the camera, the trail arm, okay? The responsibility of that arm is to push up to the sky. Now look at the two black arrows in that picture. The one on the bottom pointing up to the elbow, right? That arrow pointing up to the elbow, that's simply illustrating that we want to use that trail arm and push up to the sky. That's what its job is. It pushes up to the sky and it brings the lead arm with it. So in addition to the lead arm, you have a shoulder muscle in there and tricep muscles in your arm, okay? But they can only do so much work and they can only lift that lead arm so high. So the trail arm is the one that's actually going to do all the work at lifting the arm structure and getting it up into the sky, okay? And that's really, really important. You also notice the other black arrow there that's pointing opposite the direction of the target. It pushes back and a little bit down. So that's also the responsibility of the trail arm. It does both. And the reason why you're going to push back away from the target is that's going to help straighten the lead arm and get that bend out of the elbow. Okay? So the trail arm lifts up and gets the hands high enough, and that's really important because it actually helps increase swing speed, okay, having higher hands. And also it pushes back the opposite direction of the target, and that helps straighten that lead arm out. I mean, what a big difference between the two, right? So I'm slowly working this into my swing over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm beginning to see some small improvements, okay? So if you're struggling with that, that's what you want to do. Realize what that trail arm's responsibility is to push up and back, and that'll take care of a lot of the problems with the lead arm, okay? The other thing I want us to focus on is, if you notice, I put a little red arrow there on that trail shoulder, okay? And we're going to get to that in another video, but you'll notice that my rear shoulder, the camera can see that rear shoulder, but it really shouldn't see it. Okay, it shouldn't be picking up that rear shoulder from this perspective. And that has a lot to do with the scapula. There's two big, scapula is a very large bone in your upper back. There's two of them, one on each side of your back, okay? And there are muscles that surround that scapula, okay? And we'll get to this in a future video, but basically the scapula should be pulled back, and it really shouldn't be visible at this point in the golf swing, okay? But we'll deal with that in the future because I can tell that's something that needs to be worked on. I just wanted to mention that in this video because we're going to be talking about that in a future video, okay? Okay, now let's talk about breaking the swing speed barrier. Okay, I want you to pay attention to how aggressive I swing here. And I swing fast, guys, not hard. I don't always do this every time I go out to practice. It's a bad idea. You only need to do this occasionally, okay? See how I'm swinging aggressively? I'm swinging fast. I'm doing it in my practice swing. Okay, so now let's talk about, how do I go about occasionally breaking the speed barrier? Okay. Well, the first thing is I spent 16 months on biomechanics and sequencing so that my structure can support swinging fast. Okay. If you just try to go out there and you didn't put the time into, if someone goes out there and just tries to swing fast and they don't put the time into good biomechanics and sequence, then I can almost guarantee you won't even make good contact. Okay. It's just not going to happen. What's most likely going to happen is you're going to try to swing hard. So what's the difference between swinging fast and swinging hard? Swinging hard usually is associated with gripping the club too strong with your grip, okay, because you're tensing up. And usually the shoulders and chest muscles and maybe even the back muscles and the leg muscles all begin to tense up because the human mind often associates doing something faster by getting tense, and that'll kill your swing speed. Okay, so that's why I go back to saying you have to have good biomechanics and sequencing to support swinging fast, because you'll learn how to swing fast without having to tense up. And that's the difference between fast and swinging hard. We don't swing hard in golf. We swing faster. The biomechanics and sequencing that you put in my case 16 months worth of hard work, will support swinging faster. Now I want you to watch, coming up here just after this, my first aggressive swing. I actually swing too hard. Just after this swing, pay attention. Watch right here. I'm going to overswing. Whoa, see it? But see, my biomechanics and sequence, I've been doing it so long, I knew it was out of control, and I was able to immediately correct it. A lot of people won't be able to discern the difference because, well, they may not have put in the time to practice good biomechanics and sequence, so they won't be able to feel the difference. I was able to immediately feel that I was out of control and I overswung. Okay? All right. So now we're going to finish up with my last ball in the bucket. Okay? I'm going to show you how I led up to this last swing, and then we're going to compare the first driver swing you saw in this video, which was a really good drive, by the way, and then we're going to compare it to my last drive, which was even better. And I want you to listen to the difference of contact. There's literally a difference in sound. Okay, so let's watch and listen to this. Okay, I want you to listen to the difference between two swings. There's different sound. The first one's a little bit slower swing speed, and the second one's actually faster. See if you can pick up the difference. All right, everybody, I hope you really enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button before you leave. Give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And go ahead and click that little bell notification so you get the videos as I put them out. I hope you really got something out of this video. I'm learning a lot. I'm growing faster in this golf game. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a great 2021 as this game just keeps getting better. We'll talk to you all again real soon next time.